Hello, and welcome to Spark It Market.
So, Ramsey, I've come to find that you're very educated on how a traditional market economy works. Could you please explain to me how they work?
Well, of course. First, I'm going to explain to you the pros and the cons of tradition. First, a con in tradition is that if it says that if you don't have a product, then you don't get the product. But a pro of tradition is that it is a self-sufficient economy. But I hear that you know a lot about command. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah, that is very true. There's a lot of pros to a command economy, such as you get a job, you get healthcare, you get free education. But there are some cons that may outweigh the pros in certain situations, such as you don't get things when you need it. They come in poor quality and low quality. So yeah, that's basically how that works.
That is true. And also about market, so a pro of market, this kind of relates to the other two things that we were also talking about. So a pro is no one tells you what to do, okay? You have freedom. You get to buy what you want.
So
Yeah.
Promotes competition.
Exactly, yeah. You can do what you want. This is America. You have freedom. You're free, It's a free country. And a con of market is that, but like the only bad thing about this is you need money to do all these things to be satisfied with your purchases. But once you have that, you're good.
Wow, sounds like a very fair and efficient way to work in the economy.
Exactly, and that is exactly what Spark It Market provides. A very fair and self-sufficient economy.
USA.
Alright, let's talk about property tax. So here at Spark It Market, we provide your own property tax, which means that you are able to own your own property and you're able to invest into it and keep the profits that you made from it. And so by doing that, it'll increase the value of it and longevity of it.
So, for example, when you have your own private property of real estate, you want to sell it for more money, so you'd want to conserve and improve your house. For example, when you have your own private property of real estate, you would want to conserve and improve it to not only improve your living conditions, but you also would want to later on sell your house for more money. Sadly, you can't do this in other economies. Because this is only a part of Spark It Market. Since in a traditional economy, you can't do this because you're not motivated by profit. You're only motivated by religion and culture. And in a command economy, you don't have your own private property in the first place. It's all owned by the government.
Alright, let's talk about competition. So within a market economy such as Spark It Market, competition provides for better prices, more variety, and better quality from big companies. It also benefits your consumption.
In Spark It Market, prices reflect the relative scarcity of goods and services in a market economy, mainly due to the fact that the price is looked at and examined to see how scarce it can be. Prices perform the allocative function by price and income to be determined in a market economy.
Buyers and sellers determine a market price by negotiating how high or how low the price will be. And so one of profit's roles in a market economy is investment, research, and development. And this is very important for big industries such as oil and car manufacturing. Other roles for profit involve reward for shareholders, risk-bearing economies, tax revenues, and it also acts as an incentive mainly to be dedicated to entrepreneurs in a market economy. And it will ultimately regenerate the economy.
I have been a resident of Dublin for the last 20 years. I remember when we bought our first house, we were so fortunate to find out about Spark It Market. Our agent was so helpful. He made sure that we had enough money to put down our first down payment. And we were so worried that we're making such a huge investment and we weren't sure if this was the right type of investment. Luckily, however, 7 years later, our house doubled in price. We realized that we were living in a market that was so much in demand. Basically, there were so many people that are trying to move into this area and not enough houses to go around. We didn't realize that when we first invested in our first home, but when we look back at that day when we signed all the papers, we think it was the best investment we ever made. Thanks to Spark It Market, we were able to sell our first house and make 50% profit which we then used towards our second house, a bigger house and more space, and we were able to go into that type of investment much more comfortably. And it all started with that first investment. And now, 20 years after moving into California, the situation continues to be the same. There aren't enough houses to go around. There are so many people that would like to move here, and because of that, the prices keep going up. Real estate in California is the best investment that anybody can make. We can speak from experience. First house, and now we're in our second house, and even the second house we can sell tomorrow, and we can make close to 80% profit if we wanted to. Real estate is such a huge market, such a great investment. We highly recommend it. And if you ever think about getting into such an investment, Sparkit Market is the way to go. They know what they're doing. They have expertise. They've been in this market for a long time. They live here. They know the trends. They can tell you when to buy, when to sell. They can tell you how much to invest. It's been a tremendous experience, and it's very, very hard to even get into your first house, but they made it very easy for us, and they helped us every step of the way. And like I said, since then we have moved to a larger home, and we're very happy with it. And who knows what our next move is. We can stay here and live comfortably, knowing that we have the security of more value in an investment, or we can sell it and make so much more money and then move wherever we want to go. So in a nutshell, real estate, Sparkit Market, you can't go wrong.
So let's talk about the role of government in a market economy. They provide for the national defense, for example, FBI and CIA, and they also address environmental concerns like, for example, contamination of drinking water and soil contamination.
Also, the role of government in the market economy is to enforce property rights, make markets more competitive, protect consumer rights, for example, free legal advice and warranties. This is a law for all manufacturers to state their products fit specifically for their consumer use.
And that is the roles of the government. Thank you.
And we hope you consider Sparkit Market.